Hey Internet, I'm the Cow Says Moo, and you're watching The Realms of Dr. Moo, episode 13, a Minecraft 1.4.7 Let's Play with a whole bunch of mods installed. As you can see, maybe, I have repaired my sword. Did that with experience using the Enchanting Plus mod. I also made a new pickaxe because my old one broke while I was out mining, and I managed to enchant it to Unbreaking 3 and Fortune 3. So it's a pretty nice pickaxe. I did that, broke my pickaxe while I was actually out working on the new magic shop. So I went and did some mining and got some experience doing that and fixed up my sword and repaired my new pickaxe. So let's head down now to that new magic shop and see what we've got. Alrighty, down here. Also added this ender chest, purple, purple, purple. That'll be my magic items, and they'll go down to the magic shop. I don't have it really set up yet or anything, but I am planning ahead a little. I also moved my little ladder elevator thing. Backed it up just a few squares here. It was out there before. And just backed it up here. So now the elevator comes down and it goes inside this area rather than out here. As you can see, it doesn't have a base. It just kind of floats here above the ground. I think I'll probably put lava in here and have it pooling down into this. Though I haven't done that part yet. Still mucking around with the way it looks, so I didn't want the lava there accidentally fall into it. But I've got the bottom room all sorted out here and kind of dressed up a little bit. Not 100% by any means, but it's a good start. Moved all my machines in here. My research table for Ars Magica and the research table for Thaumcraft. That's weird. Well, I'll have to figure out what's going on there. Moved my Soul Forge, moved my enchantment table, or arcane work table, or whatever it's called. These little things are just light sources from Mage Light from Ars Magica. We'll actually go upstairs, and I think I've got a couple spots where I can put some more of them here. Yeah, we can put them up here. But Mage Light's just one of the spells that I researched. And we'll just put it up here. Let's see, there we go. Ta-da, Mage Light. Very nice. This is going to be kind of a working area here for, I think, primarily Ars Magica. I think I'm going to put something right here, a big nexus. And then you continue up the ladder. Well, ladder for now anyway. And you come up here into what will be my Thaumcraft area. So far so good. It's not quite what I had intended it to be, but I'm kind of liking it. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with it once it's done. Let's see, what do we want to work on first? I think the first thing we'll have to do is go back here to the workshop, because I don't have everything I need over here yet. So we'll head back up here. I definitely like the location of this future elevator much better. I only moved it back like 5 squares, but for some reason it seems to make a lot of difference to me, so whatever. Alright, so the first thing I think I want to make is blue chalk. So let's take a look at the chalk here. Pretty straightforward it looks like. Arcane ash, piece of paper, flint, clay, and lapis. I think we can do all that. Lapis, flint, clay should be over here. Ash, yep, I've got that. And a piece of paper. And I don't know if it matters what order they go in. If so, we'll figure it out. Blue chalk. Awesome. And we'll take that over here with us back to the arcane workshop. And I think I've got some bricks and yeah, okay, cool. Because we'll need those too. I've got a shortcut for right now. Ta-da! Won't be able to do that eventually, but for right now it works. Whoa! Apparently not light enough in here yet. I thought those would give off more light, but apparently they don't. Well, we'll see. We'll get these set up and get this blue chalk. So blue chalk, let's give this a try. Maybe right here? Yeah, that looks good. So what I'm making is a Ars Magica Nexus. And there is nothing that tells you how to do this in game, which, as I'm sure you all know by now, is kind of one of my pet peeves, but the Wikipedia tells you how to do it pretty well, so. There we go, it starts turning, it is working. So we have a magical nexus here now. Very awesome. But what does it do, you might ask, Dr. Moooo? Well, you throw, say, cobblestone in there, and poof. Wow, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? But what do you do with that? So what it's doing is it's eating up the item and turning it into raw arcane energy. And you can do all sorts of things with this arcane energy. Turn it into other items, use it to power other Ars Magica machines, all kinds of stuff. Let's see, for right now, let's look up something else here. I think it's called a fabricator, maybe? Yeah, that looks good. 2 pieces of red wool, a piece of obsidian, and 3 pieces of wood. I can do that. First off, though, let's lower these down to here and see if that helps the light any. If not, we might have to go with Nitor or something instead. There we go, light the place up a bit. We'll see. Gotta go down here. Alright, back to the workshop again. Yeah, lots of back and forth for right now, but that's okay. Eventually I'll have pipes and stuff running back and forth between the two places so I don't have to make the trip myself. Not quite there yet, though. Probably in the next episode or the one following, we'll start putting in some logistics pipes and stuff. Alright, so we're wanting a fabricator, which was a couple red. You can go there. You can go over here, and you can go here. There we go. Piece of obsidian, which is no longer in that one, it's in this one, and 3 wood blocks, or planks, I mean. That'll work. Alright, obsidian. Nope, red wool first. Very cheap recipe, magic fabricator, for something that's really pretty awesome. Let's see, what do I want? I think I want a couple more of these fancy blocks. And then I've got some bricks. And maybe I'll make a wooden button. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe I'll take a chest with me. What else do I want? I'm going to want another wand, I think, too. So let's get that. Do I have any sticks? Doesn't look like it. And wow. Apparently air is what I'm finding the most of by a long shot. Alrighty, head back down there. Nobody's in here this time. Interesting. Let's see, where do I want to put this fabricator? Ah, there we go. Now it's starting to get a little power from the Nexus. Pretty neat. And let's put this button right here. So the UI on the fabricator looks basically like a crafting table. And it functions more or less like a crafting table. Say I want to make... what do I have here? There we go. That's a nice simple recipe. A lever. You put that in there and it's telling you that it makes a lever, and the essence cost is 90. And this essence, where that essence is coming from is from this Nexus here, from throwing in those cobblestone pieces, for example. And I did just now actually realize what this essence spell was, that I didn't know what it was way back in the day. It probably tells you what the essence value of a particular block is. That makes total sense. Let's come here and click that. Nope, it's not telling me anything at all. Nope. Well, I thought that's what it was going to do, is it was going to tell me what the essence of the items was, so I knew what I was throwing in here. But apparently that's not quite it, or I'm not using it right. It's got some sort of other interface. Anyway, the way you get items out of the fabricator is just by clicking a redstone signal. So if we hit the button, pop, out comes a lever. And it'll keep doing it as long as you keep hitting the button. And have essence to power it, of course. So that's how that works. Pretty neat. Any recipe that you can put into a crafting table and get an item out, you can get out of the fabricator. So that's pretty cool. It'll also drop it into an adjacent chest, so I might rework this somehow and put a chest next to it, but for now this works. Let's go ahead and make my wand, since I bothered to bring the components here with me. And we'll head downstairs and take a look at our Thaumcraft stuff that we've got. I've got 18 levels. I think I'm going to level up. Sweet. Does that say 1581? Yeah, awesome. Let's see, what do I want to build down here? I've got a nice diamond chest over here with some of my Thaumcraft stuff that I brought down. That wand can go in there for right now. Let's take a look at my Thaumonomicon and see what I've researched. I've done a pretty good amount of the top part of the research that is known so far. I can research thermometer, enchanted fabric, magical building blocks, thaumium, some alchemical transmutations. I can turn basically metal into silver, copper, iron, tin, lead, and gold. Create alimentum and nitor, gunpowder, and tallow. What I'm interested in right now is the building blocks. So we'll click on the building blocks, and it shows that in an arcane work table, you can make arcane stone blocks out of thaumium and stone. And then you can use those blocks by putting 4 of them together into a mystical construct, which is a table, basically the advanced form of this. It's I think they call it an infusion altar or something like that. So we will give that a try. Let's see, we'll come over here and put this thaumium. I think it was like this. There we go. 8 arcane stone blocks. Awesome. And we'll take them upstairs to where I'm going to put my Thaumcraft room. Obviously, I'm going to put walls and stuff up here. I just haven't yet. This, I think, is going to be my crucible. I'll just have to go back and get some lava. Where do I want this? Do I want it just right here? That's a little close, but yeah, let's just put it there for right now. So 4 blocks, and then it said you whack it with your wand. Ah, ta-da! That was pretty easy. And now we've got the new table. Very cool. And it also takes a wand, so we'll just go ahead and put that in there. Excellent. Very neat. And we've got plenty of room here. Gonna have to find a place for a water source. I think this will work. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's grab my crucible, and I think I've got a lava bucket in my bag. Let's see, do I have my crucible? I did bring my crucible. Excellent. Good planning for once, cow. Alright, so let's put this down here, and I think I have a lava bucket in here. I do. Alright, so the crucible needs a heat source, and then it also needs water. So if we put lava, or we could put netherrack and set it on fire, or put like just a regular fire, or there's a red power 2 fire source, I can't remember what it's called, that you can turn on and off. You could put that in there, that would work too. But basically it just needs a water or a fire source of some sort, and then it also needs some water. So we'll grab our 2 water buckets out of our bag and make a endless water source here. There we go, and fill those buckets back up. Cool. And now we can empty those buckets into the crucible and wait a few seconds, and the crucible will start to boil. And once it's boiling, that means it's ready to go. And you can, there you go, you can see the bubbles. You can use it for powering up this thing, or whatever it is we do. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But this is basically what my Thaumcraft room is going to look like, I think. So that's looking pretty good so far. Might have a nice little archway here as well. Looking pretty good. Alright, so give me just a moment and we'll start working on something else for today. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm back. I was going to kind of do a little bit more magical stuff, but I really think I need to get a little bit more here in the workshop set up before I can do it. So I guess I'll do a bit more workshop-y stuff first. First thing I need is a couple more of these conduits. So for those conduits, I need to make some more leaded glass and that sort of thing. So we will pop those in here. And that should be working, I think. Going into there, yeah, it looks like it should. Turn redstone off. Why aren't you working? Do you need to be the other way around? No? There should be plenty of juice there, I think. Oh, the juice can't go that direction, can it? Yeah, that's the problem. Alright, let's see. Do I have another conduit up here? I think I might have one or two more. Yep, I've got a couple more. So we'll just do it like this. Grab my tool. And so that is going into that block down there. So we need to come over here somewhere probably. There we go. That'll work. There we go. Oops, except I hooked up the wrong block. Induction smelter is the one I want. Probably wasted a little bit of energy there, but that's alright. There we go. And get me the heck out of here for the moment. Gonna waste a little bit more energy again, but that's okay. And then I think I need to put you here. And probably tell you to no longer export on the sides, instead export on the top. You are totally out of lava, aren't you? Well, so first off, we'll have to fill up the engines a little bit, so I'll need to run them, exporting to the sides. Just go this way, please. Give you just a little bit of lava. There we go. Okay, and you're empty again? Yep. Now let's put you back on top. Put the liquid thing there. There we go. And then we'll need some redstone, and we'll put it in here. Actually, let's first go ahead and make those conduits. There we go. So I've got 8. I'm going to need more than 8. Yep, I'm going to need more than 8, but that's okay. The theory still works. I'll cut the camera in a little bit once I get this actually working. There we go. Alright, so now we should be pumping up to here. There we go. And get you the conduits, and you might need just a little bit of power, I think. Yep. Let's see, how do I get you power? I think just running you like this and switching you around should do it. There we go. Alright, why are you not pumping? 400 should be enough to go into a conduit, I think. Give me just a second and I'll take a look at this and figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. Alright, I had my redstone power on the side there, which makes sense. So I turned that off and now my power is running just fine again. So I'm producing a bit more redstone down in this one because I will be needing it for a few more. What I'm trying to do is run these conduits up to this wall, up to the top floor, so I can set up my machines up here. But I will need a few more than 8, so I will, I think I'll just cut the camera and be back once I've got a few more of them done and run up the side here. And then we'll start setting up machines upstairs. So I'll be back in a few. Alright, so just a couple more machines and then I think we'll wrap it up for this episode. I've got my conduits running up here onto the top floor and rearranged these guys a little bit. As you can see, they're already getting power. I'm going to want another one of those magmatic crucibles here next to this liquid transposer so I can create lava and then put it in this transposer and put it in buckets or whatever as I want. So let's make up one of those first. It's a magma crucible. There we go. Bucket, 2 nether bricks, machine frame, and I should have all that ready to go. Bucket, 2 nether bricks, machine frame, and there we are. Easy peasy. That'll go here. And make sure the output is configured to the right. Yep, awesome. Alright, and the other thing we're going to put in this room is a laser fab. So for that, we need an assembly table and a laser or 2. I think we'll probably do 2 lasers. So that's some obsidian. Looks like I'm going to need just a little bit more for those gears. I forgot about those. Not much, though. They're pretty easy. Alright, we'll need to get some sticks. And then some cobblestone. I've got cobble, actually. Sticks, cobble. Then 4 iron. And 4 gold. Alrighty. So let's make that gear first. If you saw, it had a diamond gear in the bottom here. So we'll take a quick look at that. Gears are just from Buildcraft. You make a wooden gear with 4 sticks, and then you upgrade it progressively by surrounding that gear with different materials. So we'll upgrade it to stone, and then iron, and gold, and finally diamond. So pretty expensive object. It's got 4 diamonds just in that part. And then it actually takes another diamond in the middle and some redstone, and I had just barely enough obsidian to do this. So there's the assembly, and the other part is a laser. And that is, okay, easy enough. And yep, I did just barely have enough obsidian. There we go. So we'll take that upstairs. And the assembly table go, yeah, I guess we'll just center it right here underneath and put the 2 lasers up here. I think I want to turn them so they're facing down if I can. Doesn't look like I can. That's alright. So what they will do is when you put something in the assembly table that is appropriate for a recipe, So let's see, let's get a little bit of redstone and maybe a couple iron. We'll put some redstone in here, and all of a sudden we can do redstone chipsets. So we'll click that once, and the lasers will start powering up through blue, and there should be, I think, a green, though maybe blue is as fast as it gets. Let's grab a chest and set it next to there so it's got a place to dump stuff into rather than throwing it on the floor, which it will do, but that's alright. Nice shooting, cow. There we go. And almost there. Takes a little while to do, but that's cool. Almost. The lasers are working, and there we go. Let's turn that off and look in here, and we've got a chipset. Those chipsets are used to make gates, which can do all kinds of neat things. And we'll get to those gates probably beginning of next episode. I'll just let this make up a few more things here, and have some gates ready for the next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We started working down there in our magic workshop, and then we came up here and fleshed out our mechanical workshop as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and you'll join me again next episode. In the meantime, have fun and keep mooing.